Hello everyone, how you guys doing today? Um, those of you on Facebook, on my Facebook group, I just want to say hello to you guys. Thank you for always going through the content that I put out there. And also to those that follow our work on YouTube, I just want to say thank you. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. It's evening on my own side of the world, and I just want to say thank you guys for always following the work we do. I do appreciate each and every one of you. So today is called Counselor's Corner. We haven't done this in a while, but based on demands, I think we have to come back to do this Counselor's Corner. And basically, what is this Counselor's Corner all about? Is just to like where we counsel people. It's where people can ask, put in their questions, can ask their questions and put in a question in my DM, and I'll come live to answer it. Why did we start this? We have a coaching outfit. I'm sure most of you are aware that this is an institute, is a training, empowerment, leadership, and the enterprise institute where we train people on leadership. We have 5 core areas: business, career development, leadership, personal finance, and relationships. So these are our core areas of which we teach here at the institute, Marketplace Apostle Institute. So this is what we do. But yeah, some people will ask, okay, we can't come to your institute. Can you coach? Can you counsel me? Can you coach? Yes, we have an outfit that does coaching for people, and I must tell you, we've been able to coach quite a lot of very successful people in the past, and it's people that believe in our work and believe in our network, and you also can be the same. All you just need to do is just put out a message on any of my DM. We'll be able to reach out to you, and we can see how we can help you become that person or achieve that thing that you want to achieve. So this is the essence of this counselor's corner. This counselor's corner started by people just asking us questions. Can we do? I want to do this. We really took off during the pandemic, during the lockdown. People were scared. People were a bit worried. What is going to happen? How do I earn? And so people were sending in questions and asking questions. What business can I do when from the house? What business can we do? So because we were on lockdown, we weren't going to the office, we started this virtual counseling and coaching outfit. So, and we've reached thousands of people across the world. What they just do is they will just send in their question. All we ask is for you to put your name. Some people don't put their full name, like they can put Uche or, but just tell us where you are from, where you are where you reside. That's all we know. Which part of the world are you currently staying? That's what we want to know. And so you just send it out there, and I will come live. I promise every week I will come live to answer your questions. So please feel free to put out any of those questions, put out these questions out there. I will come and answer it. Today I have 3 questions. If they are your questions, I'm sure it will help you. If you have more questions, please, you're free to put it out there. I'll come back next week and answer them. Okay. So this is the questions that we have today. The first question says, "How can I be flexible with my goals? how can I be flexible with my goals? Flexible with my goals. How can how am I able to? I believe that what this person is asking is there a way that I can change my goals? Is there a way I can revisit my goals and see how I can expand or change focus and all that? I believe that that's what the person is trying to answer. And of course, yes, you can be flexible. Things change, everything, nothing is static, everything is dynamic in life. So you must put yourself in a position where you appraise yourself. You appraise a lot of things in your life. You appraise your work, you appraise what you do, you appraise relationships that you have, friends that you have. I will recommend that people appraise what they want. Sorry, appraise their goals. Now, this was your goal. Let me just give some instances. Your goal was, okay, I'm going to finish university. I'm going to work for a while, and I'm going to work for a while, and maybe I'll start my own business. And your goal is to start a business. But now, let me just use my country, Nigeria. A lot of people are, how will I say? A lot of people are confused. A lot of people are scared about what is happening and in the political space, and they don't know what to do. And I know of people that they wanted to start a business, but now they're thinking of relocating. Now they're seeing opportunities to relocate. Someone discussed with me that he said, "Look, I wanted to start a business here, and but now I have to locate. I had a job offer, and I want to go and take up that job and learn more." I said, "Why not?" And so he had to relocate out of the country to get a job. And I said, "You can always start." Uh, when you're done working with the people, you can always start a business there and have a branch in Nigeria. Good, he is into oil and gas, so it's something that he can always bring home. So if this is your goal and things happen and you decide to relocate, you must always appraise what you want based on the current circumstances that are around you. You must always, whatever it is, you've started a business and the business was doing well, and all of a sudden the business is not doing well, and there are some basic things, fundamental things, government policy, maybe unrest in your place, or people are not just, or new technology has come out, and people are not no longer patronizing you. So now you have to be able to look at your goals and say, how am I able to achieve my goals? Now, do I do a hybrid virtual or I do physical? It depends on what your business is. The life changes, and sometimes life throws punches at us. And once those kind of things happen, it happens in such a way that you you don't expect it, but you should be able to appraise. You must appraise what you're doing, how you're doing it on a constant basis. We used to have an institute here, a physical institute. We used to train here. But now, the advent of the lockdown and COVID and all that, we moved everything during between 2020 and 2022. We moved everything virtual. Well, practically everything, the coaching and teaching, virtual. We had to reappraise our goals. Now, what are we doing? We're trying to position ourselves, put ourselves in a hybrid position where we're doing virtual. Now we want to begin to we want to come back to physical trainings as well, because we are social human beings and we always need company of people. We always like to be in company of people rather. So it tells us that, but we can never go back to how it used to be and how it used to be. So you have to be able to now cope and look at the circumstances around you and say, how will I be able to make this to make this work. Okay, how about a housewife all of a sudden decides that, look, I want to go back to school. I want to go to work. I finish having my kids. I want to start a business at home. You look, your goals should be flexible. Don't let it be cast in stone. This is what this is goals. It's not a vision. Vision is what you don't change, but goals are vision and goals, they are similar, but your goals are something that you can reappraise and change per time based on where you find yourself. So do not be afraid to change, but you must change in line to suit what is happening to you right now. And our taste, our desires differ from time to time. This is what I want to do now, but I might decide to do something else. And I might decide to do something else because I've developed skills in that area. You didn't have a skill before, but now you have this skill and you feel that you have something to tell. You have something to offer, rather, the world in that area. It might change your goal. Your business, you can decide to bring out other alternative sources of income. So there are many things that you can do, but what I will advise you is that always speak to people about your idea. There's something about speaking to people um, when you're flexible. um, I think they say in the multitude of counselors there's safety. Always have people you can run things by and say, look, I want to do this. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling that. A much older man told me something many years ago. He said, try as much as possible to live with fewer regrets. Try the things that come to your heart, because when you get old, it's like a solitary confinement of where you are always thinking about what you could have done, how you would have what you would have done. So if you have a leading, as long as is not against the law, and it won't offend God, and if you have a spouse, it's something that you can discuss with your spouse, and I think that is something that you can try. Please don't be too rigid on your goals. They can change. It must and it should be flexible to suit who you are. Like the Uche you are seeing now today, I've evolved to what from what I was 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago. The things I desire, my taste buds are not the same thing. The things that used to excite me 10 years ago don't. The things that excite me 5 years ago, they don't. The things I want to do, it's not. I had a company. My desire was one, to have a group of companies and to be very wealthy, and to just have the best in life. And the last place I worked, I looked at the MD. I said, "This man is going to teach me how to create wealth." But look at me today. What I'm doing now is teaching people how to create wealth. What I'm doing now is grooming people. So goals change. Goals change. Am I still in business? Of course I am, but I'm now in business of raising and grooming people. So goals change. Now I'm more fulfilled in what I do. So goals they can be rigid. They can't be too rigid, because I'm happy doing what I do now. So I you have to always review what you're doing, review your goals. Let it be in line with your mind, your heart. But sometimes we can also be fooled uh, by what we think we should be doing. That's why you need mentors in your life. That's why you need somebody that you can bounce it off. This is how I'm feeling. This is what I'm doing, and so that the people can now give you their own advice that can help you. Okay. Whoever asked the question, I feel I hope that has helped you, but you're free to send in any questions. I'll answer it next week after the holiday. The second question is, how do I get to live my life to the fullest? The advice I will give is that realize that there are different phases in life. You will go through good times, you go through tough times. Write down how I think I was reading in a book. I can't remember the book. I don't know if it's I can't remember the book, but it's a very popular book. And it says when you want to write your vision, start from your biography, start from your what you want to be said at your service of songs or wakekeeping. What do you want in life? Let it start from there. What is it that you want? There must be certain rules of the things that you want. You want to live your life to the fullest. It depends. Success means many things. At 20, 25, 30, even 40, success might just mean to have a lot of money. Success might just be have a lot of money, travel the world, and all those things. But when you begin to cross 45, success might mean leaving legacies for your children, leaving legacies for your family. By the time you cross 50, get to 50, it might mean something totally different. It might mean living, impacting the world and impacting lives. So I'll tell you, you have is this second question is similar to the first. What do you want out of life? What is it that you want? Just write it out, no matter what it is. Write it out, write it down, and say, this is what I want to achieve, this is what I want to be in life. Then you ask yourself the question, how will I get here? What are the things that I need to get to that point? Okay, you need a job. Now they are paying you salary, but you feel that this salary is not enough. So you want to be a high flyer. What does it take to be a high flyer in the corporate world? What do you need to do? There are things you need to do to earn more. If you're working for someone, what are the things that you need to do to earn more? The more valuable you are, the more you are better positioned to negotiate your take home. So if you want to be in the corporate world as an employee, there are some things that you need to do to be able to climb that corporate ladder, if that's what you want. Some people just say, I want to be a I want to be a banker. I know people that banking is all they want. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to do any business. They tell you, I'm business or banking. And when I retire, maybe I do something else, but not something tedious again. What is it that you want? If you want to earn, if you as a business person, what is it that you want? Give it your best shot in business and say, look, this is what this is what I want. This is what I want to get out. This is how I want to live. This is how I want my family to see me. This is how I want my family to live. Then you begin to project yourself onto your children. And take time out. If you have a spouse, make sure take time out for the family, for the things you do. Live your life to the fullest. Now, living your life to the fullest does not necessarily mean you have to be a billionaire or multi-millionaire. Doesn't have to be. What is it that you have? Peace of mind is actually being able to do what you want per time, but things that are reasonable. What is it that you want? All of us start out wanting to have a good job, live a good life, get married, settle down, have kids, and all that. That's one phase. When you get to that phase, the after you have those things, then you want to be able to take care of your family well, leave legacy, leave property, leave all those things for them. But try as much as possible as you're doing all these things that don't get lost with the identity of who you are. I say to is it's don't be so much concerned about what you leave for your children in terms of property, in terms of property and inheritance. I think that the best thing you can do for your children is what you leave in them, what you have impacted in them, how the things that you have taught them, and how you have been able to groom them mentally to make that transition from kids to become men. Because if you ask me, parenting is all about, you ask me about parenting, is all about helping these children to make a transition from being kids to become adults. And not just become adults, become responsible adults. So that is the second phase or the third phase in your life. Then once you're able to settle your family to an extent, who knows what you feel? Like for me, this is living my life to the fullest, raising people, impacting my generation, my world, impacting my community. I have a deep passion for my country, Nigeria. I have a deep passion for Africa. I have a deep passion for um, the black race all over the world. How they can be empowered, how we can change some certain things. So these are the things that I'm doing, and in to be to live my life to the fullest, to see advancement come to Africa, to see advancement, to see people's life change, to become something better. Anything that can do that, I'm game for it. So, but there are also other life aspects of your life you should take care of, and those ones come in phases. And as you get older, those things come in phases. Let me tell you one thing: there is nothing as rewarding as pouring yourself into somebody else, helping to raise somebody else. Because you can give money, you can give money to people and they still will be broke after a short while. You can even give somebody a job and the person will be sacked in a short while. But if you can impact knowledge, the gift that I have and what I have to give is wisdom and knowledge, because my work is knowledge. What I sell, what I give, and what I sell is knowledge. And that is what for me, that is where I derive that joy. And I know that taking care of family, taking care of some basic things, but also being able to take care of people, and those things that are uppermost in your mind, are the things that you should not play with. I do a lot of meditation, and while I meditate, when you learn the act of meditation, I'm sure some of you that follow me will know, will understand. I've talked a lot about meditation and the mind. Those are my special topics: the mind, meditation, and all that. And so when you meditate, you'll be able to discover really the things that are important to you. At first, you are doing what the environment says is important, what people say generally. This is what the world says is important. But as you grow older and understand and become a critical thinker, a deep thinker, you realize that you will find that place, what you were actually created to do. And when you do that, for me, that is living your life to the fullest. Okay, I hope I've been able to help the person that asked that question. The third question here is, what are the best investments one can go into? I will answer it this way. Everything, God has put things inside of you, that everything about you that God has given to you is going to help you to earn. It's not so much about, because I will never advise you to put in money into a place where you don't understand what it is, what they are doing, except you want to give your money to, you have you have someone, you have a consultant, financial consultants that can help you invest in put your money. If you put your money somewhere, you get it back. That is one form of investing. But invest in the things, in businesses that you understand. So is you can also be part of that business. So there are many ways. There's real estate, there's a stock, there's stock market. There are many things that you can do. But let me just give you this. Let me just give you this, because when we talk about investment, people sometimes they don't get it. You can invest in other people. You can invest in upstarters. You can invest in startups. You can invest in young people that you feel that they have something. At that point in time, you can say, okay, let's give me 20, 30, 40% of your company, and I'm going to monitor you and see that this idea will work. A guy, I think he was in his late 40s at that time, that invested $20,000 into Microsoft when Bill Gates approached him. Today is a billionaire because of that investment he did. You can invest in other people. You can invest in what other people are doing, but I will advise you for you to be able to understand what the business is. There are things that go on a daily basis. Watch your environment. Watch your environment and see what is it that you can invest in. I always feel that investing in people um, is the surest way to go. Like one day I was leaving my house and I saw these people that they use wheelbarrow to sell food, mainly to construction workers or people that sell in shops. You might think that those people don't make money, but they do. Before 11 o'clock, 12 noon, they finish selling whatever is rice or beans with that. I don't know that kind of aroma that comes from that stew, but it tends to attract a lot of these people. They know their catchment area. And I said to myself, I said, wow, what if I now go and get 10? What if I now get wheelbarrow, get 10 bags of rice, 10 bags of beans, and all that in my house? In the morning, these people will come and take whatever, whatever cups of rice and beans and cook it and go and do what they're doing. And maybe at the end of the day, I get 5,000 at the end of the day when we split the money from what they did, what they do. What just think about it. So I say, okay, if I have that and I have 10 people and I have 10 people that can do that stuff for me, that means you can be earning 50,000 naira every day. 50,000 naira every day. So, what is it that you're seeing every day that you can invest in? What is happening around you that you can say, look, I want to be part of it? I don't want you to just of course, there's real estate, there's stock market, there's investing in companies and whatever, buying shares into people's company. There are a lot of it's wide. But what if you don't have money for all those kind of things? Look at daily things that you can do around you. What are the things that you can do around you that you can put in your money in what people are doing and you'll be able to earn? If you're earning 50,000, 20,000, all in several places, by the time you put it together, you will. So it's not all you will know what you earn. It's not all about putting it in one particular place. If not, there are financial institutions that you can put in your money, but the return on investment, the interest rate is very low. So instead of putting your money in the bank, why don't you put it? Why don't you put it in things like this? All right. So real estate, can't you just syndicate funds, come with people and say, okay, let's build something, and we can build to sell, or we can build it and become landlords, and we get this at the end of the year. I don't want you to look at investment as something that is too high tech, or you have to do it in a certain way. Investment is what you see on a daily basis that you can do, and you can invest. And the best investment, as far as I'm concerned, is investing in people. And if they grow, or when they become successful, you are part of their success story. And as they are earning, you are earning. So those are I just want to open your mind to that aspect of investment. I have courses. I have courses on investment. I have trainings on investment. If you want that, we can just get we're on sales right now, so you can get a lot of our materials if you visit ucheonoche.com /store, online store. You can see my books, you can see ebooks, you can see quite a lot that are out there. You can also go through my YouTube channel, Ucheonoche. Those of you on YouTube, you can go through the YouTube channel. You can see some of my presentations. But if you want also a deeper understanding into investment, then you can reach out to me. We can now have a sit down and talk about it. I'll take you through those things and share some opportunities that can help you. So these are the questions that we have today. Next week again, I will be back to answer some of your questions. So, but until we meet again next week, I want to wish you um, happy Easter. I want to wish you happy Easter, and I pray that the reason for this season become manifested in your life, and to also our followers that are not Christians, I wish you happy holiday. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful holiday. I'll see you after the holidays. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all. Good night. 33 minutes.